There's a moment that I still remember very clearly, even now. I was standing right in front of an opportunity I had been waiting for a long time, and then I watched it slip away. Not because I couldn't do it, but because I never started. That's all it was, just because I said, I'll do it later. And the most haunting part is, at that time, I still thought, it's probably fine. If you had met me a few years ago, you probably would have thought the same as everyone else, that I was doing okay, that I had potential, that sooner or later, I'd make something happen. And honestly, I believed that too. I had ideas, I knew what I wanted, but there was something that always came between me and action. It wasn't fear. It was something very familiar. I'll do it later. I remember one evening very clearly. My mom stood at the door and knocked gently. Have you finished your work? I was scrolling on my phone, not even looking up. Yeah, I'll do it later. Later sounded so harmless back then, like it carried no consequences at all. Another time, I was sitting with a friend at a cafe. He looked at me and asked directly, "You've been talking about that project for a while. How's it going?" I smiled, confidently, like I always did. "I'm working on it. I want to do it right." He looked at me for a moment, then said, half joking, half serious, "Or are you working on it until it expires?" I laughed it off, but for some reason, that sentence stayed with me. Then one afternoon at work, as I was about to leave, my boss stopped me. "Tomorrow is the deadline. You're good, right?" I answered quickly, like always, "Yes, I'll do it tonight." But that night, I didn't. And the next morning, I still believed I had time. Until I was called into the office. The room felt quieter than usual. No one spoke at first. "Sit down." I sat. Something didn't feel right. My boss slid a file toward me. "I have assigned this project to someone else." I froze. Not a big shock, but more like a slow sinking feeling. "May I ask why?" He looked at me for a few seconds. No anger, no raised voice. "I waited for you to start, but you didn't start when you needed to. I don't need someone with potential. I need someone who actually does the work." At that moment, I couldn't say anything, because for the first time, I had no excuse left. That night, I went home earlier than usual, didn't turn on the lights, didn't open my phone, just laid there, staring at the dark ceiling. And one question kept repeating in my head. If I keep going like this, where am I going to end up? For the first time, I didn't have an answer. And then an image came to my mind. A man standing in front of a huge door. Behind that door was everything he had ever wanted, but he arrived late, just a little late, and the door closed right in front of him. I used to think it was just a story, but that night I realized something very uncomfortable. The man standing in front of that door was me. The next morning, nothing special happened. My mom asked, like she always did, "Have you started your work?" I paused for a second, then said, "I'll do it now." A friend texted me, "Want to play?" I looked at the message, then replied, "Let me finish this first." There was no big awakening moment, just I started doing things the moment I knew I should. And little by little, my life changed. Not because I became more talented, but because I stopped missing the moments when I should have started. Later, someone asked me, "How did you change?" I just gave one simple answer. I stopped believing I had plenty of time. Because procrastination doesn't destroy you instantly. It just slowly turns you into someone you don't even want to become. It whispers, "Do it later." But many times, later becomes never. If there's something you've been putting off, maybe it's not that you lack ability, you just haven't started. If you've made it this far, I truly appreciate you. And if this story touched something inside you, try writing just one thing. Today, I will start. I'll read every single comment. If you think this video could help someone, send it to them. And if you want, we can meet again through stories like this. Thank you for not putting off listening to yourself today.